everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play Motorsport Manager with the Phoenix Knights Racing Team. In the last session, the first race of the season at Doha, we picked up 25 points, with Sundin getting on the podium. What a way to make your entrance in the top echelon of motorsport racing. Can we keep it up? I hope so. We go to Yokohama for race number 2. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Right, before we dive into the session proper, couple of little pieces of housekeeping. First of all, the recording. I'm recording this session and any future sessions, if this works fine, with shadow play. I usually use Fraps. I have done for a number of years. It's been my number one choice of recording software, but for whatever reason, it's just been playing up recently. It's a little bit of stuttering and frame drops and things, and therefore I am now switching away and using alternative programs. So I'm trying shadow play today. So hopefully, if you're seeing this, it's worked. Hope the quality is just as good, and that there's no frame rate issues. The second piece of housekeeping actually concerns the LP. Now, last season and the first race of this season, what I've been doing is I've been doing the practice sessions off camera, and I've been doing qualifying on camera, and I've been doing the races, of course, on camera. Now, we're not expecting to be battling for the championship this season, and we're expecting to qualify in the midfield, barring any variable weather conditions. And therefore, what I'm going to actually do going forward is practice off camera like normal. Qualifying, I'll actually do it on camera in a kind of a way, but I'm not actually going to take the qualifying session myself. I'm going to simulate the qualifying session. There's an option to simulate it. I've done a couple of test simulations, and you usually qualify roughly where you would qualify if you was taking the session yourself. And therefore I don't think there's a massive amount lost by simulating the qualifying if it's a dry session. If there's a risk of rain or it's forecast rain, we can use our strategic advantage to qualify higher than we should. In those circumstances, I'll actually manually take the qualifying. So you will still get some qualifying during the season, but if it's a dry, dull qualifying where we expect to qualify midfield, I'll simulate those. Just to keep the my sort of playing time down. The sessions are longer in this championship, the races are slightly longer, keep the videos a little bit shorter. And just to get through the season if we can, to get to the next seasons where we'll be more competitive. Anyway, you don't have to worry about that now, because there's predicted rain for Yokohama, and therefore I actually will be carrying on as normal and taking this qualifying session. But just to keep you a heads up, any dry sessions going forward in qualifying will be simulated. Right, we've gone through the mail, nothing of note. We need to sort the car out. This race is predicted to be cloudy, rain and qualifying. The parts that are crucial are the brakes and the suspension. The engine is down as useful, so we shall fix our car accordingly. But first of all, we need to fit some parts because we have a new engine. Yes, we do. It is... there we go, just repair the car. That should help us out. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Is that fixed? Is the car repaired? Car repair finished. Car repair finished. It looks like a damn wreck. There we go. Right. Yokohama then. So the brakes need fixing. 50 and 46. And the suspension needs fixing as well. 50% suspension. It's a quick turnover as well. The engine is useful, and it's down at 40 and 41. Now this is the new engine, the upgraded engine. So I've got to go to the fit parts, and who is going to get it? Who is getting this new engine? It's Sundin, of course. Gosh, she's getting it. She's the one that's got the third position. She's the one that got off to a flying start. Therefore, she gets first dibs, and she will be getting the first upgrade. So there you go. Enjoy, Sundin. Enjoy. We need to design a new part. Design a new engine that we can use. Right, this gives us a 1329 1375. This gives us more max in the long run, but this gives us more actual usable performance up front. And in most of the first half of the season we're going to be focusing on reliability, so we won't realise our max potential for some time. So I'm actually going to go for more upfront performance and a slightly lower max performance, just to give us a boost as quickly as possible. So this next engine will be 13291375. 2 parts filled. Lovely jubbly. That should be ready in time for the race after this, and Sundin of course will get that part, and we'll just give Sirikov Sundin's cast off. Okay, so that's the improvements done, that's the design of the car done, the next part. Suppose we'll do a very quick meet the team. Right, so we've done Thornton. Velan Racing. Let's have a quick peek, shall we? So here they are. This is Velan Racing. They are a Swiss team. Is this supposed to be Toro Rosso? Maybe, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, the car, as we said, is 8th best. Their drivers are 9th best. Their headquarters is worst. Their staff are 7th. Their sponsors are 3rd. So not the greatest team. A bad car and not great drivers. So we expect to see them at the back of the pack. Okay, let's have a look at their drivers then. Yeah, run of the mill. It's bad, isn't it? It's quite bad when a 4-star driver is considered run of the mill and quite bad for this level. Ribeiro just touching on the 5-star. He's a little bit better. Alright. So I'm always going to be scouting their every team that I look at. I will be scouting their staff just out of interest's sake, just to see if there's anybody who might want to come over to us at the end of the season. We saw a decent one at the last session. Is there going to be another decent one here? He's not really liking those components, so we're not massively fussed for this guy. But his actual stats are not too bad. Alright. Their race mechanics, not marvellous. Marketability is not bad. So all in all, a team we should be expecting to beat week in, week out. Okay, so that's Velan Racing. Purple and grey. Sponsors, we'll wait until the race weekend to sort those out. Engine cooling system issues. Oh, grand. Absolutely flipping grand. We're going to have to fix it. We can't take a hit to reliability. Our reliability isn't even 50%. It'll take it into the minus. And it's Sundin's new engine as well. We'll have to spend some coin. 500 grand. Minus our little financial discount, of course. Bit of a bummer. What can you do? Okay, so we've only got 4-star sponsors now with Sirikov's lack of marketability. Play Sport is not bad, not glorious, but it'll have to do. We need every bit of coin we can get, really. Let's have a look at the car here. 6 days, we've got 50%, 47%, 51, 51. Look at that. Screwed again by that. Why does it do that? You changed that. We've lost valuable reliability time now. Flippin' hell. Right, the race weekend is here. Let's have a look at the reliability. Let's have a look now. 58 and 55, 58 and 58. It's not glorious, but what can you do? What can you do when your damn team make a boob? So here we are, 7th or above is all we can pick, really. Heavy rain predicted for qualifying, which should play into our hands, fingers crossed, although I don't know how the World Motorsport Championship teams cope with variable weather. If they have better forecasting centres, perhaps they might pick some more sensible strategies. Anyway, I will take practice. See you in qualifying. Oh, tyres. Yes. 19 laps. I don't envisage ever using the hardest compound very much. I'm always going to do, generally speaking, something like that. Sort of 8, maybe 951. I've got plenty of tyres to burn really, so there should be nothing lost. Right, anyway. See you in qualifying. Right, after a bit of radio interference, here we are. Practice has been done. It was a variable weather practice session. Rain, dry, bit of rain, bit more dry, and we didn't set the car up as quickly as I would have liked, but ultimately we got the car set up. Time is irrelevant, of course, due to the variable weather. And here we are in qualifying. It was predicted to be a heavy rain qualifying, and I don't see... Oh, I do see some rain. Yep, we do see some rain. Good stuff. Good stuff. It looks like it's going to rain and then it's going to get dry again at the back end of the session, but we can't rely on it being dry after 6 minutes to go, so we'll have to get out early as possible. We'll have to go on intermediate tyres, because by the time we do our outlap we'll be on our flying lap when it's starting to rain, so that will be our banker. We managed to get super soft tyres, maximum performance, and get a decent amount of qualifying trim as well. So that's good stuff. The car setups. Of course, we need to go out on the intermediate tyre, because it will be wet for the hot lap. Hopefully we won't burn through them too quickly while the track is dry. For Sundin, her setup is 98%. Decent setup for her. For Sirikov, his is 96. Go for the same strategy. Right then. Take qualifying this time. So literally we're going out as quick as possible. No messing around. We want to get out, get our hot lap in, our banker lap as quickly as possible, whilst the track is as dry as it possibly is going to be. As far as we can see, it's probably going to be dry after, you know, at the back end of that. It's probably going to just dry out completely, but we can't quite see. Is it time to build the next level of forecast centre? Possibly, but we have more important buildings to prioritise. Yeah, look at that. 6 minutes is going to get completely and utterly bone dry. This is a wasted lap, really. But we'll do it. We'll do it. You just never know. There could be a spike of showers, or the temperature's rising, so possibly not. The sun's out. Look, the sun's out. Yeah, this is a bit of a waste, isn't it, really? This is a bit of a waste. The track is damp and everybody's going out on oh no, we've got a couple of others going out on inters. So we'll be in pole position for a while, I think. For at least half the session. It is clouding over again though. We just need it to downpour. Just suddenly downpour right after that bit of cloudy sun. Torrential rain. Come on. Torrential rain. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Which means everyone will have enough time to do a nice hot lap on the dry track, which is going to be bad for us. Sunder gets a 1:15.8. Sirikov again can't out-qualify his teammate. Sundin is proving a tough nut to crack. I know she's got a better engine, but she didn't have a better engine last time, did she? Sundin is a tough cookie. Now we're going to speed this up because we are anticipating it being dry at the back end of the session, which means that we'll have to do another lap, of course. Look at that, what did I tell you? If it just rained really heavily after about 5 minutes to go, we'd be laughing right now. we'd be laughing. But no. Weather had to get dry. Ruin our plan. In which case we might as well wait as late as possible to get the best track grip possible. But don't forget, we're only getting 1 lap on dry tyres. So it's literally a 1 lap shootout. You get stuck in traffic, you're screwed. Which makes me wonder, should we go out now? We don't have time to go out twice. Do we have to? Wait a minute, let me do the calculations. 2 minutes and 30. Call it 3 minutes to get around. And then we've got to do an in lap as well, though. No, we've got 1 shot. We've got 1 shot to do this. 1 shot. There's no track grip now, so now would not be a good time to go out. Literally, when everybody goes on the track, when everybody gets out of those pits, we need to go out. People are waiting, people are waiting, people are waiting, people are waiting. Track grip is going up. Right, people are going out now. People are beginning to go out now. How long do we want to wait? People are coming onto their hot laps. I think now's a good time to go out. Right, super softs. Get out there, Sundin. Do the job. And we'll take Serikov out now as well. Super softs for him. Oh no! Cars have just passed Sundin. This is bad. Bad timing, bad timing. Who is it? Which car is that? Car number 8? Flores? He's on a flying lap, which means he'll be on an in lap when we're on a flying lap. That's not good. Go on, Flores. Put your foot down, son. Put your foot right down. Speed away from us. Don't interfere. Don't interfere. The track grip isn't going up anywhere near as much as we thought it would. Which means we could have gone out a bit earlier if we'd have wanted to. She's okay. She's got plenty of room. Good and perfect. Overheated and perfect for Surikov. Here goes Sundin. She's on a flyer. She's on her flying lap. Surikov has got plenty of open space ahead of him as well. Oh, they're getting right in the way. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. No, man. No. Get out of the way. Shooting hell. This is bad. Get past. Get past. Oh man. Sundin has been massively hampered. Massively hampered. Here she crosses the line. 11th. Surikov is passing the same people. He crosses the line. 15th. Ah. To be quite honest though, if you look at the gap from here to here, or even from us to there, that's like what, 6/10? I don't think we were held up that much. 6/10, so I don't think we'd have qualified much higher than we did. Sundin fans, take note. For the second race in a row, she's out-qualified the superior, on paper, Nikolai Surikov. He's come to a new team, he has to adapt to the surroundings, he's obviously feeling a little bit down. We know that from the pre-season, but we can't have this going on. If he continues to disappoint, we might have to get Valdez back. That reminds me, we'll have to check what Valdez is doing. I don't think he's got a drive yet this season, but we will check in with him occasionally, see how he's getting on. Right then, so who got pole? Steinman, pole in second, and Panther with Chapman in third. You got the Scuderia, Rossini, Veracruz, Wexler in fifth, Sylvander in sixth, the second Panther car, and then Windsor Lipponen and Piaget 7th and 8th, with Catano 9th and 10th, and then we pop in with 11th position. Not bad, really. Let's hope for a bit of rain in the race. Spice it up a touch. It's looking like there's a bit of cloud in the sky. Could that mean some rain? I would really like to see some variable weather conditions here. I don't think we're going to see it though. It's looking rather dry to me. It's a little bit of a disappointment. Ah, come on. Come on, give us some rain, Japan. Give us some rain. Super soft tyres, race trim. It's a no-brainer, really. I'm assuming the super soft tyres can take us as far as we need to go. Right, how many laps have we got? It is a 19-lap race, which means we need to do 3 stints of around about 6 laps. Can our tyres do 6 laps? Barely. The super softs can barely do 6 laps in the hands of Sundin. She may have to do at least 1 stint on the soft tyre. Right. She's going to do a 5-lap first stint, which will leave her with 14 laps to go. So then she'll have to do 2 7s, won't she? I don't think she can go much further than 5 laps on those tyres. Right. She's going to have to pull it out of the bag. Meanwhile, Mr. Surikov, who is super smooth on his tyres, he can easily do it. So he can do 3 stints on the super softs. He's going to go for a 6-lap first stint. So 7 laps of fuel for Surikov. Of course, we don't really want to be pushing too hard again. The engine is useful. Our engines are 40%. Probably going to have to change them in this race once. So let's dive in and see what we're going to do today. Can we pick up some more points? Fingers crossed. If anyone can do it, Sundin can. We've seen the grid. Let's crack on. Here we go again. The lights are out and we're off and racing, and Sundin's off to a slow start. Surikov's off to a decent start, but he's blocked off there by number 13, position 13, De Oster. And look at that, Surikov up into 14th as Sundin is slipping back. I'm sure she's not panicking just yet, as she now tries to look round the inside of her teammate, and she makes it stick. Back up into 14th for Sundin, and she's not finished yet. Up into 12th, 13th, sorry. As Surikov now slips back, it swings and roundabouts at the first lap blues. We've just got to wait until things settle down. Somebody going out on the soft tyre, somebody going out on the medium tyre. And is there any sign of rain? No. Right, we're going to now turn down the engines and turn down the pushing and just go into conserve mode, regular normal driving mode. Surikov has suddenly jumped up to 13th. I missed that. He's now ahead of Sundin, up into 13th position. We've got a Thornton driver in between us. It's Zoe Sharp. And she's passing Surikov. It is absolute. There's just no time to take breath here. The drivers are going forward, then they're going backwards. But we don't have to panic. Like in the previous race, we're in this for the long game. I still expect cars to have problems with their parts. So we just have to be patient, do what we always do, get our strategy right, and I still think we can score some points. The cars ahead of us are all pushing their engines, pushing their tyres hard. We're not. When they turn their engines down, that's when we'll start to make inroads. As Surikov, for the first time this season, it's only the second race of course, but for the first time this season, is ahead of his teammate in the race after a poor qualifying, it's got to be said. And he's looking good, setting green sector times as he looks to close the gap on Zoe Sharp. It's a good lap time, good pace from Surikov. We like it. Sundin is in 17th. He seems to be struggling here. It's fine. No need to panic just yet. There's still plenty of cars ahead of us. We can see round about there is the points position as now Surikov cruises around the inside of Zoe Sharp. He's making moves. He's catching up to 12th position. This is where we begin to make our presence known. The second half of the stint. The cars turn down their pushing, turn down their engines, and we just maintain a constant speed. Nice and calm. No need to fuss. No need to panic. As Surikov is making gains on Schmidt. He's gaining quick. Sundin's up into 16th. She's looking like she's going to be going up into 15th very shortly. There she does. Nice manoeuvre, Sundin. Passes Gonzalez and off she goes. Look at that. A train is beginning to form as Surikov now moving forwards. Right. Sundin has to pit, I think, this lap. Is that right? Yes, it is. She's pitting now. She's pitting now. Her tyres are getting shot to bits, so we're going to put her into push mode. And we're going to pit her. And for this stint, we're going for a 7-lap stint. She's not going to be pushing very much, so we'll give her 7 laps. Is that right? The parts are fine for now. And I think what we'll do is we will give her a stint on the soft tyres to make this stint last. She's struggling a little bit with the tyre wear. And then for her final stint, we'll put her on the super softs. Rain's coming. Wait a second. Rain's coming round about lap 11. Rain is coming. That's round about where we need to pit anyway, so I can't see us gaining anything from where this rain's occurring. I really can't. This is not really changing our strategy, other than perhaps we don't want to go 7 laps with her. If the rain is coming round about lap 12, Sundin, if we go, what did we say, 6 laps of fuel? 7 laps? If we go to 6 laps of fuel and go to lap 12, that'll roughly be where the rain starts. 14 may be too long. 13 might be just right. I think no, we'll go 7 laps just to give us enough fuel to change our plans if we need to. I still do think that we need to put on the soft tyres. Okay, fine. Meanwhile, Surikov, where is he? He's powering down. He's going to come in, slightly push his driving style, but save the engine for the. In fact, push his driving style even harder. He'll be pitting this lap. He can go on the super sauce. Of course, we've got to bear in mind it's going to be raining round about lap 13. We don't want to bring him in together, of course. So in terms of the fuel for him, we'll give him the same amount of fuel, just in case we have to do a lap longer. Parts are fine for now. We'll have to change them in the second stint, I think. So tyres changed, fuel done. Surikov pushing hard. Here we go. The pit stop is good for Sundin. She's out in last position, of course. She's the first to pit. She's got the soft tyres on. This is going to be very, very interesting now as the rain will start to come. We have to judge how long is it going to rain for. Right, here we go. Surikov is in the pits. Refueling. Tyres good. Refueling good. Everything good. Look at that. Sundin. She's not even round the corner. And out he comes into 17th position. Sundin is catching. There we go. Neck and neck. But she is on the slower tyre, of course. He is on the softer compound. And we're now just going to cruise around, conserve our bits, and wait for the rain to arrive. It's looking like it's going to be here to stay till the end of the race, so we will be putting on the inter tyres. What do we want to do in terms of car condition? What parts do we need to fix? Brakes, I'd say so. Rear wing, probably not. We'll see closer to the time. We'll close our eyes and pretend it's not happening. Oh! Holy moly! Get past him, man. He just drove right over the backside of him. Oh, we should have got past him. We just literally... I hate it when it does that. Stopping on the world's best brakes. Anyway, he's got past eventually. He's up into 11th place. There's still people ahead of him that need to pit, so this is looking good for us so far. As Sundin is in 14th and she's on the back of this little train here. Very, very short train. What a battle here that's going on. Already complaining about warning lights on his car, warning parts on his car. I can't speak now. Yeah, it's looking a little bit ropey. Just don't worry, Surikov. Just don't worry. Just don't worry. We have it under control. We know what we're doing here. We are trained professionals. As Surikov is up into 6th, Sundin is up into 10th. It's all part of the plan. Don't worry. We've got to get round a few more laps yet, though. Nothing's flashing just yet. Right, Surikov, 6th position is Piaget. They've pitted. Gonzalez, however, hasn't pitted. God knows how. He's out of fuel. I'm going to say God knows how he's made his fuel last this long. The fuel tanks only take like, what, 8 laps of fuel. He's out of fuel and he's got a damaged part. So more fool him. As we're up into 6th position with Surikov. Let's have a look at Sundin, how she's getting along. She's right behind us all. She's right behind. And another car with part problems. What a group. We've got a group of 5 cars here battling for 6th position. Any one of these guys could get it, but there's still a long way to go in this race. Sundin just biding her time. You know, she's an expert at this. She's an expert at this. She's an expert of being patient, biding her time, and just pouncing when the opportunity presents itself. She won't be panicking. She's in the points. She knows how it works. She trusts in Potter. And usually we repay that trust. Right, Surikov still in 6th position. Still looking good. The rain is soon to be coming. Who's going to get first dibs? It's going to be Surikov. He's the car that is in the lead on the track, and therefore he gets the first call as to when he wants to come in to change for intermediate tyres. Although, look at Sundin, she's off now. She senses, she smells blood like a shark in the water. She smells blood and she's now beginning to make her move. Cars around us are all flashing warning lights. Sundin has got one more lap of fuel after this. She has to pit first. She has to pit next. And it might be too soon. It might be too soon. But we have no choice in the matter. It has to be done. She's going to have to go into intermediates. She's going to have to fuel to the end. And she's going to have to fix some parts. Which parts? The engine's going to have to be fixed. And the brakes. I'm umming and ahhing over the suspension. 31% with 7 laps to go. It's touch and go, that. It's very, very close. Do we risk it? I think we're going to be safe. That's one of the crucial parts, so we'll probably degrade faster. These 2 parts we can more than likely get away with it, and the gearbox as well. So we'll just fix the 3 parts. Balance pit stop. Keep our fingers crossed for Sundin. Hope the pit stop goes okay. Can't even afford to push, really. It's so touch and go with the conditions. Surikov, his brakes are absolutely in a state of disrepair, and he has to go round one more time. He has to go round one more time. Now the rain's beginning to come as well, so he's going to get a little bit of a hampering. Yeah, we can't stack him. We can't stack Sundin. Right. So the rain is coming, so we're going to have to go on the intermediate tyres. Fuel him to the end. And we're going to have to fix the parts. These parts are absolutely battered and bruised. Although the wing and the gearbox are fine. Here comes Sundin. Here she comes for her final stop. It's going to be a long one. The parts need to be fixed. People are coming in with black smoke billowing out of their cars. Just let's look away. Let's look away. I don't want to see. I don't want to see. No mistakes. No mistakes. No mistakes. And out she goes. The track is still bone dry. And now it's not. It's beginning to rain. It's slightly too early. Slightly too early for Sundin. Track. This is perfect timing for Surikov. But he has to fix one extra part. She's in 16th. The track is damp. Second place is blowing up on us. She was almost getting lapped. How's she looking? There's a lot of people in the pits. But have we? She couldn't have gone any longer. Her tyres were already screaming. She could not go any longer. The rain came at the wrong time for Sundin. She's up into 13th. Surikov's in 12th. So we're actually still nip and tuck. There are still people ahead of us that need to pit. But just how far ahead are they? They're miles ahead of us. Absolutely miles ahead. Okay, so we've got five laps to go, 4 laps to go. Surikov is up into 8th position and he's looking good. De Graaf's on the wrong tyres, ahead of us. Another double point scoring finish. Is Sundin going to be able to pass Surikov? She's right on his tail. 7th and 8th position. We're into the sponsorship objective. Everybody ahead of us is on the right tyre. Everyone ahead of us has pitted. So this is looking roughly where we're going to finish. Unless cars ahead of us start to blow up. Which is a possibility. 6th position is not moving in the pit. Is he fixing his parts? He's still stationary. He's still stationary. We're up a position. 6th position for Surikov. 7th position for Sundin. Let's have a look ahead of us. Doorster. Got a problem. 5th place. Got a problem and smoke is billowing out the back of the car. Lundqvist. Got a problem. Becker. Not got a problem. Oh, the rear wing is giving out. The rear wing is giving out. We need to conserve. We need to conserve and turn the engine mode down. Oh my god, no. We should have fixed it. 18% with 3 laps to go. Oh, no. First place has got a problem. Everyone ahead of us has got problems here. Everyone ahead of us has got flipping problems. Surikov is okay. He could probably push for a lap or two, but we're not going to risk it. Sundin is turning down the engine, turning down the pushing. Her car is going to be really close. 7th place is gaining. 7th place doesn't have problems. Come on, Sundin. Even if you get overtaken, don't worry about it. Just bring the car home and get some points. I think she should be okay. I think she should be. I say that and she'll blow up on us, I know that for sure. We've got another retirement. Lundqvist is out of the race. I'm going to have to risk it here because the cars behind are catching. We're going to have to turn her up. We're going to have to turn her up. Are we being greedy? Are we being greedy? It's not just one car. It's Piaget, it's Wexler, it's Chapman. It's a contingent of 3 of them attacking. We cannot afford to turn it down. We have to turn it up to normal and pray. Hope for the best. 7% on the rear wing. I have never had it so close. Oh, no, 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 no. She's up into 5th. We cannot chuck it away. Turn it down. Come on, Sundin. Come on. Just bring it home. Your super smooth style. Just bring it home. Just bring it home, Sundin. You can do it. You can do it. Surikov is in 4th position. His car is fine. His car is perfectly A-OK. He's got a nice cushion to the cars behind. The cars are catching. The cars are catching. There's still several corners to go. Oh, they're overtaking. They're overtaking. No, no. Just bring it home. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 7th place is fine. 7th place is fine. Oh. Holy moly. Holy moly. Surikov, a good race from him. He managed to bring it home in 4th position, just missing out on a podium. 2 soft tyre stints, 2 super soft tyre stints, and a intermediate at the end, with Sundin having to get a soft tyre stint due to her tyre wear issues. But ultimately, a 4th place and a 7th place, we'll take that. Again, it's a success. It's a double point scoring finish. Only a place away from the podium from Surikov. He'll be a little bit disappointed. But all in all, another successful race. 12 points for Surikov, 6 points for Sundin. Every little helps. A race win for Scuderia Rossini, Veracruz. 18 seconds ahead of Becker in the Steinman. Rosato Corsa getting 3rd position. Are they a team that we're going to be battling with for midfield? Because that's a good result for them if it is. The the Drivers' Championship first. Sundin is in 5th. Surikov rises above her to 4th, 1 point ahead. A little bit unlucky there. Had to turn the car down to preserve the rear wing. Otherwise she might have been able to finish a little bit higher. But they were bearing on her pretty quickly. The constructors, we are down to 3rd position. But we are still only 2 points off the top. But the important thing is we're miles away from 7th position. Miles away. Comfortably in 3rd at the moment with 2 races gone. This is good for us. Good consolidating position. No risk of getting relegated so far. We can't ask for any more. Our drivers are doing us proud. So some improvement by Surikov. Sundin, of course, reached her max potential. Still not on good terms with Solday. Due to the damn entourage, she keeps schlepping around with it, and we only lose 102,000 after the race, which is pretty nice. Okay, so there you have it then. 2 races down, 3rd place in the Constructors' Championship, and doing well. Beijing is always a race that can throw up a few variable weather conditions, but it's predicted to be dry for the qualifying and cloudy in the race. So we'll see what happens as we get closer to the race weekend. So join me next time when we shall develop some more parts and hopefully pick up some more points. Until then, see you soon.